Welcome to the Town of Basketball and Hockey Podcast. I'm your host, Adam Hess, and with me, as always, he is the dirtiest player west of Anaheim. It's Mike Regan. Mike, how you doing today?
Great. Spring practices have started. We're only 164 days away from the beginning of the next college football season, baby.
Okay, wrong podcast to even bring that up on.
I didn't care. It's always the right
people,
podcast.
The people here don't even know that there is college football, Mike. They're hockey fans. They're like, wait, you mean like Cristiano Ronaldo had to go to college?
No, not that.
That's what they're saying right now. Those dumb Canadian hicks. They don't even know what football is. They're like, oh, you mean the thing where you got to kick the ball? Fucking dorks. Get out of here. Get out of here.
I spilled a drink all over myself. Hold on.
Okay, Mike spilled a drink all over himself. And I have a drink that I have yet to spill all over myself. And the question I have for you, viewers at home, or listeners, while you are driving to work or currently engaging in some kind of sexual act in exchange for money, as I assume most of our viewers do, do I leave this in the final product or not?
I was going to make a joke when you said or whether you're driving to work, and I was going to say or hooking up with a prostitute. How'd you know?
I wonder if we talk to each other too much.
Way too much. So
maybe we should scale it back.
90% of the time I spend talking to someone is just you.
maybe I should do a few podcasts with your dog just so that we can unbrain meld.
I bought him a little Sabres collar.
Yeah, didn't you do that with the Bills and the Bills lost?
I didn't buy him a Bills collar. That's probably why the Bills
Sabres one. Okay, got it. Did you not buy him a Bills something? You buy him a Bills. You put him in a Bills jersey at one point, didn't you?
No, that was a Knicks jersey.
Oh, and then the Knicks lost, and it was his fault.
Yeah. And then that one was too small, so I bought the bigger size, and then now he kept growing because he was a puppy then, so now the bigger size is too small. So I'm gonna buy him just like an adult size human jersey. So.
I was kind of hoping it'd be like really baggy, and he'd be like Kyrie.
Nah.
Like Kyrie on the court, not the off the court like anti-vaxxer, maybe dislikes the Jews stuff.
Maybe
that stuff. We're not in favor of that brand of Kyrie. Although on the court, when he's got his jersey untucked and he's like the best ball handler on planet Earth, that Kyrie's fun.
As soon as he starts, beat the Cavs in the finals, or they beat the Warriors in the finals when he played for the Cavs. Mm-hmm. God damn, yeah. Kyrie was cooking.
Still on fucking Dallas, man. When he's not hurt,
still cooks.
That guy's a sick ball handler, Mike. He handles the balls well.
He handles them balls.
Seems like a guy that would be uncomfortable with the gays. That's from a pre-show topic that I realized we were not talking about on Mike as soon as I said it.
No, yeah. Now you just seem weird. Everybody's looking at you now. It's weird.
Did you get a drink with Kyrie?
It'd be tough not to, right? Because it's Kyrie Irving. It'd be tough not to just sit down. I mean, I'd push him on some topics, you know?
Are you lying to yourself or are you lying to the world?
No, I would. I'd be like, oh, it's a great time,
Kyrie. You'd push Kyrie Irving on some topics. You sit down Kyrie Irving and go, did you watched that documentary, right? Like, you knew that it had anti-Jewish undertones, right? Before you tweeted it out.
Kyrie seems like the kind of guy who would be, like, happily would just, like, go on a tangent if you pushed him on a topic like that. You know what I'm saying? He would be, like, lay out his whole Irving manifesto.
Would you get a drink with Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, I would. It would be a combative drink.
We should get that.
Like I would like to tell him. I wish, yeah. If you can get me to do an interview with Aaron Rodgers, I will totally be brutally honest with him. Be like, hey, this is how I interpret the things you've done throughout your career. Tell me why I'm wrong.
Do you think
he'll probably just be like, this interview's over?
Do you think if we register like hotones@gmail.com, but instead of the O in ones, we replace it with a 0, we could get away with inviting people on this podcast, and they'll think it's Hot Ones?
I was like, I got a text the other day from a random number, and it was a picture of like a court, like a traffic ticket from some random place I've never been. Yeah. I was like, something tells me this isn't legit.
I had one in my email once that was like, hey, just giving you a heads up, the renewal is going to start any day now, and it was a PDF, and the preview image showed that the PDF said like $358, and it like everywhere that it was like AI trying to describe what a renewal service would be. Like everywhere that it could have been specific information, it was like renewal of goods, renewal. And I'm like, you guys don't even, like, if you're sending this out to 1,000 people, at least put like, hey, Eric, your renewal of your health care is about to charge. Because then you'll get the Erics who have health care at least.
Yeah.
Take a shot. You know, Like, maybe we should get into scamming.
Scammers would be lazy. That's
Scammers
why
be
the only
lazy.
like it's only successful usually against like the 89-year-olds. You know,
Because 89-year-olds be dumb.
that's not what I was saying.
Scammers be lazy and 89-year-olds be dumb. Thank you for tuning in to the Talent Alum podcast. You can follow us at our social media. They are in the footnotes where we will be tweeting out at Kyrie Irving and Aaron Rodgers pretending to be the Hot Ones guy. What's his name? Sean Baker?
Citizens could be less vigilant.
See the guy that made a Nora?
Sean Baker.
Is that who he is?
Sure. I never saw a Nora, but I believe you.
Mikey Madsen's naked a lot in it.
I thought you said Michael Madsen from like the Tarantino movies, like stuck
no.
in the middle with you. He's dead. R.I.P.
Is he dead?
Mm-hmm.
I just saw him in Kill Bill Volume 2.
Yeah.
Which did not just come out, so obviously he could have died between the release of that movie and now.
Right. It's been a while. And
Yeah.
died in July of this past year.
Yeah. Wait, just this past year?
Yeah, July 3rd, 2025. I just
Oh my
double-checked.
God, was he in the Oscars in memoriam?
He was. It was the I first learned this news because someone posted like the SAG Awards in memoriam. I was like, "Aw, the fuck."
They really should put cause of death in those.
Pancaked by a drunk dump truck driver. Yeah, I agree.
Throat slashed. Mike, although we are a podcast who routinely makes references to I Think You Should Leave, we are in fact not an I Think You Should Leave podcast. We are
Allegedly.
a hockey podcast brought to you by the same people who brought you a basketball podcast last week, actually this week, because I recorded it last week and then got busy and didn't release it until Tuesday.
You have to out
Monday.
yourself like that. No one would have questioned you.
Monday. Well, in the podcast, I do say, hey, give me your best Oscars prediction because the Oscars are tonight. So either people think that I missed the Oscars and had my entire schedule wrong, or they realize that I recorded it a day before it was released.
Big night for the sinners.
Bigger night for one battle after another.
Big night for both of them. They both have big nights.
Big nights. Also Frankenstein. Big night for Frankenstein.
Big night for Frankenstein.
Terrible night for Marty Supreme.
Terrible night.
Begonia.
Stupid.
Hey,
ping
weapons
pong
though.
bitches.
Weapons. Pulled out the Oscar win. The rare indie movie. In fact, as far as I know, Mike, and I'm willing to make this claim, I think this is the first time that a Josh Brolin movie featuring an AR-15 has ever won an Oscar.
It might.
Yeah.
What was the other one? Was there an AR-15 in No Country? I don't think so.
I'm guessing Sicario has an AR-15. I don't think No Country has an AR-15.
Yeah.
But Sicario didn't win anything. That is.
I said that like the hey Sekiro.
Yeah, you said it like the fake way we used to say Sekiro.
Yeah.
Or I guess the only way you have. I would never impersonate my Latinx friends.
No, he wouldn't. He would never impersonate his lax friends.
Yeah.
Shout out Marco.
Who doesn't love landing in LAX?
I love LA.
Somehow I almost got the podcast started. Oh, you get another drink after you spilled the last one all over yourself, you fucking slob.
It's the same one.
Just more
I didn't
empty.
spill the whole thing. I wasn't just like, whoa, oh no.
You know, sometimes I wonder who this podcast is for. Because no one who just wants to hear us talk is tuning in, because that only lasts for the first 15 minutes. And no one that wants to hear hockey news is tuning in, because the first 15 minutes are us just talking about Randy Newman, and I Think You Should Leave.
I find us endearing, so I think those people enjoy it before it gets to
Got it.
hockey.
So the podcast is for us.
No, how dare you? Let's talk about hockey. Stop stalling, Adam.
Mark Stalling? Mike. Big news in the world of hockey this week. Big news. We got to get some big news. There's a lot of news we got to talk about from the world of hockey. Let's start here, Mike. Some significant injuries shaking up the playoff race. And by shaking off the playoff race, I mean ending Auston Matthews' season, which had no effect on the playoff race. Radko Gudas goes knee-to-knee with Auston Matthews in what was egregiously an intended knee-to-knee. Matthews collapses to the ice. Done for the season. Radko Gudas gets a 5-game suspension that I'm sure will get talked down to a 1-game suspension and a award from the city of Montreal. Most notably from this, Mike, first off, Auston Matthews' agent, who is also Connor McDavid's agent, called out to the Department of Player Safety in hilarious Twitter fashion. And no one from the Toronto Maple Leafs even tried to take a swing at Radko Gudas after he went knee-to-knee and took out their supposed leader and best player.
That's such a bad sign that your team is in a bad shape. If no one steps up for your stars and like immediately goes after a dude in those situations, it's like,
Well, if anyone's
There's
going to preach like temperament and not getting into fights, I assume it'd be Craig Berube, right? That guy's never been known to fight.
Yeah. I remember there was like a moment a few years back with the Sabres when we were just in the dumps. And it was like obvious things needed to change. I can't remember who it was. Someone took a nasty hit, and everybody in the team was just like, "Hey, stop it!" I was like, "What are you doing? You should be trying to kill that man right now." It was a dirty play.
Like baseball swung his stick at the head of Radko Gudas after that. You think it would have like saved the Maple Leafs from having to like tear down and rebuild everything this year?
I don't know. I don't think so. But it's just not a good look when no one really like jumps right in to try to defend their star player. And there is Tavares is their captain.
Yeah, Tavares is the captain. I think Auston Matthews has the A.
He has the A for my knee. Just kidding.
But no, Auston Matthews.
That was definitely a dirty hit. Like it was clear Matthews made a move. He was going to get around Gudas, and Gudas like was trying to chip him and just like threw his leg out. So whether he was like, I didn't mean to go knee to knee, it's like, well, you still threw your leg out like that, trying to like kind of chip him or like, make some contact. So sorry, it was knee to knee. Like it's a dirty hit. Like you put yourself in a position where something like that could have happened, and you're aware that that's what could have happened. So dirty hit, and it's unfortunate. Gold medalist Auston Matthews, season's done.
Got to bring up the
maybe
gold medal.
Yeah, maybe the doctor came and they're like, "Hey, you should be good in like 2 weeks." And Matthews was like, "No, I think I'm done for the year." They're like, "No, really, you'll be fine 2 weeks." He's like, "No, I won't."
Good news, Austin. It's actually just a mild contusion. You should be good to go within the week. I think you guys should probably do surgery on it.
Starts hitting his knee with a crowbar. I think it's pretty messed up. I can't play anymore.
No, Radko Gudas, he's back. He's hitting my knee with a crowbar over and over. It's like fear.
Yeah.
She's doing the.
I just want this season to end, please.
Now, here's I have a few questions stemming from this, Mike. A few questions stemming from this. First off, Radko Gudas ends up with a 5-game suspension. Too much, too few, just right.
I think it's the max they said that he could get for that in that situation.
Yeah, according to the CBA, which I also think it's really funny that the players' union was like, well, you can only give him 5 games. That's the max you can give him. While behind them, Auston Matthews is rolling around on his stomach with a shattered knee. They're like, we'll worry about that later. I understand he's a player, but we're not arguing for him right now, all right?
Right. I mean, I guess it's tough because, like, like if you're a Leafs fan, I feel like a lot of people are looking like, yo, that knee to knee like took him out for the year. But at the same time, it wasn't like Matthews had his like, was facing the boards and had his head down, and Gudas put his head through the glass, or like something.
I don't know, man. He stuck like that knee pretty far out there.
He did.
He was going for it.
I maintain his idea wasn't, I'm gonna put my knee into his. His idea was, shit, he's just gonna make me look goofy. Let me throw my leg out to try to cut him off. And unfortunately, when you do that, you should know that was a possibility of what was going to happen. So, like I said, it's still a dirty hit. It was still a dirty play for him to do what he did. Yeah.
But, like, I think that my solution to this is and will always be that if you have what is obviously a dirty hit that is going to lead to some kind of suspension, like this knee-to-knee hit, no matter how mild, as dirty as it was, you should be suspended for as long as the other person is injured.
Yeah.
So, take out Auston Matthews for the season. Guess what? Radko Gudas done for the season.
That might be a bit extreme, in my opinion. But
I get what I'm saying is, like, I know that it doesn't because people aren't sociopaths, but like a sociopath, it incentivizes them to throw a dirty hit to end someone's season. Like, if you're a goon or a fourth liner on Dallas, and you're a sociopath, wouldn't it make sense? I guess there's no real goons on Dallas. Let's go with Ottawa. Wouldn't it make sense for you to just, like, hack away at McKinnon's knee? You get 5 games, come back, and he's done for the year?
Yeah, I mean, I like I said, like, I see what you're saying. I mean, it helps Gudas' case that, like, he wasn't a repeat offender.
I mean,
that's
he
a big
was,
thing where
but
you get
it
yourself
was
in trouble.
Years ago.
So long ago. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he wasn't, like, a recently repeated offender. So that helped his case. I mean, really, 5 games this late in the season for a team that is like fighting for their division. And while it's unlikely they drop out of the playoffs, they're still mathematically not safe. Like that's a big 5 games for an important player for him. But no, I do understand your frustration that the time doesn't quite match said crime. But Gudas's representation could have said, "Hey, not our fault. Matthew's got weak ass knees. Can take a little patella to patella."
just like when Jerry Jones traded away Micah Parsons because he knew.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to talk about the Maple Leafs a whole lot because every other podcast
we always do
that. So let's move on. The other injury, Leon Draisaitl gets injured after a hard hit from Ozzy Weisblatt on Sunday. On Sunday.
This is the only reason people will ever know Ozzy Weisblatt's name is for injuring Leon Draisaitl. Not to be mean.
So the injury is like bad enough to where he's done for the regular season, but Chris Knobloch said it shouldn't be a really long injury. There's no immediate red flags. So he'll be back, obviously. I just want to shout out Leon Draisaitl for ending up the season at 65 games and 97 points. I think he's intentionally sandbagging the rest of the year so he can have as many points as his best friend's number, Connor McDavid. If Connor McDavid wore number 101, you best believe Draisaitl's looking back in the arena to get to 101.
Oh, yeah. And that one wasn't a dirty hit. That was just your routine
hit just a check.
He took rough and into the boards,
It's a contact sport. That kind of thing is going to happen. As unfortunate as it is to lose a player like him.
Yeah, what hurts is it happened in that rough space where he was past the glass and was in front of the benches. Mm-hmm. So that can...
You know what I would say hurts about it?
Hit like that? What?
Probably the hit, Mike.
All right. Well, and speaking of the Oilers, same situation. I mean, they're 7 points ahead from dropping into a wild card spot as of now. So, I mean, I imagine the conventional thinking, right? Am I saying that right? Well, I'm having a
right. I don't
stroke
know.
right now.
I know why you doubted it. I was like, what part of this is screwing him up?
Yeah, I imagine the conventional thought within the Oilers organization is like, yeah, we'll still make the playoffs without him, so everything's fine as long as he's good to come back by then. But it would be crazy if like they just lost every game the rest of the year. Like rest of the season, McDavid puts up 45 points, but they still lose every game.
That would be very on brand for this team. I also like how we're getting like a small look at what's going to happen in a couple years when McDavid demands out and it's just Draisaitl and a bunch of people. It's like, what is this going to look like when we just have one of our superstars instead of 2 of them?
We're about to get a glimpse into that right
here. Yeah. I think that's all the significant injury news. Sorry for anyone else that got injured that I think of as not significant, I suppose.
Nothing I can think of. That's major.
Yeah, nothing major. Mike, the other piece of news to tackle here. Well, one of the other pieces of news to tackle here. Jack Hughes wants his puck back, and the Hockey Hall of Fame said, "Go fuck yourself."
That's bullshit. Give him his puck.
Yeah. Have you seen some of the quotes coming out of it from the vice president of the Hockey Hall?
Hit me.
Unfortunately, in the easiest words, it was never Jack's puck to own. It's been donated to us. For every artifact. The fucking Indiana Jones gonna go get your fucking hockey puck back? Calm down.
They think of him as they think of themselves as a museum, which they basically are.
They have broken PS4s, so you can play Chell 2016.
I remember that.
Congratulations on your museum, Philip Pritchard. Yeah. Your son is a more important athlete than you'll ever be.
Bruce Pritchard.
Something else? Let's do a Peyton Pritchard thing. It's been donated for us. For every artifact that's been donated, we have a paper trail and signed paperwork for where it comes from. We know where it came from, Phil.
Yeah.
I watched it go into the net.
Right. It's not this mysterious puck. Where did it come from? What is Italy?
But yeah, so they're saying no. If you ask me, it's because Canada is a little sour about having lost in the gold medal game against the men, the gold medal game against the women, the Paralympics, and the World Baseball Classic to the United States. And on top of that, Mike, they also just lost in the World Series to the Dodgers. So maybe it's just because Canada's sour because they can't win a fucking sports game. Now they're like,
can't beat freedom. I think One, that's a great point. I didn't even think about that. That Canada's just salty. Two, I think like it should be Hughes' puck, and then if down the line he wants to donate it to like the Hall of Fame, then cool. I mean, like a lot of museums are like that, right? Like artist paints this beautiful painting, and then eventually they decide to donate it to a museum.
Yeah.
Like the museum just doesn't walk in there like mine, no, my painting. So I feel like it should be the same thing. Like Hughes should have that puck. I think it's disgusting that he doesn't.
So I think the moral of the story is, from here on out, if you are a prominent hockey player and you score an important goal,
immediately dive into the net to
get the
puck.
fucking puck. Yeah, pick it up, put it in your pants. Don't let anyone take it from you. You know what? So, you send Radko Gudas on them if they try to take your puck away. He'll go knee-to-knee with anyone. He'll go knee-to-knee with an orphan.
Here's my question: is the Hockey Hall of Fame run by, or like, is a like high-ranking official for them, Tony D'Angelo? Because we know he has a thing for taking people's pucks, allegedly.
Hey, you know how or Crosby's returning tonight against Carolina, tomorrow against Carolina, after his injury in the Olympics. Do you know how he got hurt?
How?
A hit from Czech defenseman Radko Gudas.
Radko Gudas, certified dirtiest player in the game. Move over, Tom Wilson.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here, Tom Wilson. You're too busy scoring goals. You can't be dirty anymore when you're scoring goals.
Yeah,
Pittsburgh,
right.
Carolina is tonight, in fact.
Nice.
Mike, the one other piece of news is that Nick Schmaltz scored. He didn't score shit. Well, he's probably scored shit, but like that's not what I came here to talk about. Signed an 8x8 for however much money that is, $64 million. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. To stay with Nashville through his year 39 season. Not Nashville, Utah. Same city.
I was going to say, wait, what?
This has been a tough read for me. Me, Mike. Let me ask you this, Mike. In light of this signing, is this free agent class terrible? And also, how much does this worry you about Alex Tuch's price and your ability to keep him?
I think I'd have to comb back through the market. So, it's off the top of my head. I couldn't tell you.
I'll pull it up here. You tell me
wisely,
about what you think about.
I do think
Alex Tuch, who I think a great comparative player for him is Nick Schmaltz, top 6 forward on a playoff team, in his 30s.
Yeah. I mean, it's a close comparison. I put Tuch ahead of Schmaltz.
I put Tuch ahead of him. I'm with you on that.
But I mean, I think I kind of said a while back when we were texting that I think Tuch's going to bag $9 million a year, and so I think this puts it right on track with what I'm saying. I think his agents are going to could point to this contract and say our guy's a little bit ahead of him. He deserves $9 a year. There was a time in NHL history where I would have said, "Wow, $8 million for Nick Schmaltz," but really now I think that's pretty much spot on for that player. 60 points in 60 games, 24 goals this year, two-way guy. Like I think that just makes sense for this level of player.
Yeah, it's not overwhelmingly surprising for me to get that, especially because I don't know if you've heard this or not, Mike, and stop me if you have, but the cap's going up. So, obviously.
That's an antidote in every contract. This is actually a great deal because the cap's going up.
Yeah, you can't have a contract discussion anymore without someone going, well, does any of this matter? Because the cap's going up, you see.
There's also a wild swing over the past 2 years. His last year with he's been with the same team for a while. But back when they were still the Coyotes for the final year, he was a -16. Last year with the Utah Hockey Club is what they were called. He was a -15. This year he's a +21.
What's the shooting?
It's wild.
What's the shooting percentage?
I haven't seen a shooting percentage. But point being is, here I got it right here. It's face-off percentage. Shooting percentage is 15%, which is also a huge jump from last year's 10.8. So, contract year bump? Should we be worried about this? Same.
You want me to read you off the free agent class for the summer by their previous AAV?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to know everyone or just the forwards?
Yeah, give me the top 5 forwards.
Top 5 forwards, okay. Alexander Ovechkin, I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Yeah, I don't think he's signing anywhere else. It's either Washington or retirement.
Patrick Laine.
Jesus.
Jason Robertson.
Ooh.
Who everyone in the league hates for some reason. Kevin Hayes.
Mm-hmm.
Another old. I'm sorry to insult Mr. Hayes because I called him an old right before the next two names. Anders Lee.
Oh, dear God. Shout out Notre Dame.
Anze Kopitar, who's retiring.
He's retiring, so yeah, he's not included.
Evgeny Malkin, who might be retiring.
Probably.
He's
or he
39 years old.
If he doesn't officially retire, he's just going to go make bank in the KHL.
Charlie Coyle.
Charlie Coyle's having a great year. We'll talk
He
about
is,
him
but he's
later.
also 34, and he's going to get like 3 years, $11 million or something from Columbus, I'm sure.
Probably.
Trevor Zegras is a restricted free agent. Another guy having a good year.
Yeah, you made your point. It's a bit of a hit to the free agent class.
Don't worry.
Tuck's
Evander
probably
Kane.
Tuck's probably the biggest name if he hits free agency, right?
It's not a lot of letters. I would say that Oliver Bjorkstrand's many more letters.
That is many more letters.
It's a much bigger
Good
name.
point.
I
Alex
don't
Tuck's
know.
actually
Like
a very
Jason
short
Robertson's probably still the biggest name on there.
Oh, I guess I should clarify that. I can't imagine a world where Robertson hits free agency.
I don't know,
Where
man. The
Dallas
NHL
doesn't get
seems
that
to
job
think
done.
that Jason Robertson's a bum-ass bum.
That is silly.
They're like, you know who sucks shit? Jason Robertson. He's only a 1.5 per game player.
Yeah.
Let's see here real quick. I just going to do a quick little search here. Jason Robertson,
He would
who could
probably-
not make Team USA. They said,
Yeah.
thanks, but no thanks. 67 games, 36 goals, 44 assists, 80 points.
Yeah, he would look great in a Sabres uniform.
Who wouldn't? Those are good uniforms.
There, we got good unis.
Mike, that's mainly all the news I got there. But like, if they don't re-sign Tuck, what do you think Tuck gets on the open market now in this market, in this class?
I feel confident he gets above 9, somewhere between 9 and 10. 9 point
Yeah.
whatever.
I like how we're like, the cap's going up. You can
Maybe
sign
if-
anyone for anything, and they're still like, what about this top line forward? And they're like, 9 million. We'll do 9 million.
Yeah, I guess maybe if a team, I guess maybe if it's a very competitive market for him, which it could be now with Schmaltz off the board, depending on what happens with Robertson, it could be a very competitive market. So maybe a team lays down a team with cap space is like, here's a number you can't refuse. But I still think he will take a deal with the Sabres that may be a little under value on the AAV standpoint if we give him good term, and then obviously like most good players get automatically no trade clause.
Yeah. Oh, you said
everybody
good
gets
players.
them
Not good. Most good players, most bad players. The janitor, any of the
my-
mascots. Some of the chairs have no trade clauses.
They got to bring the janitor a list of 10 teams. Or the janitor has to give them a list of 10 teams.
I do feel like we're at a tipping point. He also put Buffalo on his no trade list. I'm sorry, Mike.
He did.
I feel like we're at a tipping point where some of the top in talent is signing these shorter deals for higher AAV, like McDavid on the 3-year deal. Mm-hmm. But then other people are signing these 8x8s where they're just like locked down in one place. And we're going to go one direction or the other. I'm not sure which way it is. If everyone's term is about to get a lot shorter or everyone's total value is about to get higher over a longer term. But it feels like we can't possibly keep splitting this, except for people who, can name their own price. Although it's the NHL. Does anyone name their own price? McDavid's like, you know what? Kirill Kaprizov got 14.5 over 27 years. So I will take 12 for 3 years.
I think the NHL isn't like. I think football players should never sign long term because you are so handcuffed in your ability to control your destiny in that one. So if you sign long term and end up stuck in a shitty situation, it's very tough for you to get out of it. Mm-hmm. Compared to like hockey and basketball, I think players have more leverage to be like, I hate it here, I want out, make it happen.
Yeah, I mean, obviously basketball is the king of that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So I can see, but still, that's probably why teams in those two sports may not be as willing to sign someone long term, because they're like, hey, I could sign you to 6 years or whatever, but I don't know if you're actually gonna want to be here for 6 years. So why do I want to deal with that fucking headache 4 years down the line?
Well, also I think NBA max contract is 5 years.
Okay, that's probably smart.
Yeah.
I criticize most teams in all sports once a contract hits like 6 or higher. I'm like, what are you doing?
Good thing we're not
To me, it's
baseball
always
guys.
dumb.
Those contracts are like, okay, yeah, so we signed him for the next 47 years. Yeah.
For $5.8 billion, fully guaranteed, obviously, 'cause baseball. Yeah. Baseball's dumb. No one likes it.
World Baseball Classic just ended. United States lost to Venezuela.
Yeah, all I know is that Aaron Judge played like shit. Cause
What? Aaron Judge played like shit in an elimination series? What?
get at it down.
Get out of town. Regular Karl Anthony Towns, that guy.
Wow.
I actually don't think Cat's that bad in the playoffs. I just want to take another shot at your New York faithful.
Cat's good in the playoffs when he's not busy whining to the refs after every
He's
play.
matchup dependent. Sometimes he gets baited into the worst fouls over and over again for a whole series.
Yeah.
Like against
Not
Memphis
a-
in his like second playoff run.
Yeah, not a basketball podcast, obviously, but I will. One last thing I'll
Literally
say
a
is, like,
basketball
if there's any, if there's any player that I feel like you need a sports therapist to be on standby, it's Cat.
Yeah. I would say Isaiah Stewart, but I think that he's good. He's going to throw haymakers, and that's fine. That's just what he does.
Not sure.
I don't know if it, he might even be happy, but he's punchy. He's going to punch people. He's a punchy guy. And Ben Simmons if he was an athlete.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, do we have any other news we need to cover that we haven't talked about already?
I think we hit it all.
You think we hit it all? Like Radko Gudas going after star players. We have hit it all.
Hit it all.
Mike, last week on the Baskey podcast presented by Talent Alone and Hot Ones, we did our power rankings of the Positive Cup Karma team. What's up?
I was doing the Paul Rudd. Look at us. What did we got here?
We did our Positive Cup Karma teams. We went through our top 5 of the teams that we feel have the best karma in terms for deserving to win the cup this year. And Mike, that's just too positive for us. We're negative, cynical people. The world is burning around us and we're reveling in it. We're rolling in the shit with the pigs. So today, we're doing the negative cup karma rankings. We're doing the teams that least deserve to win the cup. Now, you texted me earlier today. I didn't have a hard rule about this, but generally, because if you really wanted to knee the Maple Leafs while they're down, I was going to give you all the room in the world for that. But you texted me earlier today, just to clarify, and I believe that we're on the same page here. We're both doing teams that are at least in the playoff picture.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. With that, Mike, you want to kick it off here? You want to give me your number 5 team?
Number 5 team. This
5.
one isn't a big in-depth case, right? But the Boston Bruins, because fuck Boston. Over to you, Adam.
I have the Boston Bruins.
That
much
is
higher on my
entirely
list.
based off sports biases.
I had the Boston Bruins.
Nothing else.
3rd.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, but it's really the same case. Listen. We all want McAvoy and Swayman to win a cup because they deserve it.
Yeah.
A lot of the other guys there, it's like they've either won a cup or I don't feel particularly emotionally connected to them in any way because they didn't, help my team win gold medal.
Swayman's won a cup. Why does he deserve another one?
I couldn't remember he was there for the first cup, and I didn't feel like Googling it.
I'm pretty sure.
But fuck Boston, man. I mean, like, I know it's like a joke or whatever, because like Spike Lee makes like entire movies about how much he hates Boston. But since 1999, they've had 6 Super Bowls. They've had 2 NBA Finals wins. They've had how many World Series? They've had a Stanley Cup win and a second appearance. You're good. You're good, Boston. You don't need another one.
You know what my biggest gripe is with Boston sports fans? Nothing personal to Boston sports fans, I was saying. This isn't really an attack at the fans.
They're dumb racists? Is that what it is?
Okay. Adam went there. I didn't. No, I was going to say, my biggest gripe with Boston sports is they always position themselves as like, we're the underdog. No one believes in us. It's like, do you see how many titles your sports teams have won? You're not the underdog.
Yeah, they're like,
Stop
it's us versus the world. Nah,
it's so dumb.
How about that?
So dumb.
How about that? For the last 2.5 decades, you have been the dominant team in sports, the dominant city in sports.
Yeah.
And we're all like, Tampa Bay, remember that period when they won a Stanley Cup and a Super Bowl in the same year?
Right.
Yeah, no question. Boston has to be on there. I get that they're like an upstart team, and who doesn't love themselves some David Pastrnak? Pasta, as the nickname they used to hate and now own. But come on, man, Boston's had enough.
Pastrami.
We gotta give like they also have like an Oscar win for Good Will Hunting. You know, they've had enough, Mike.
My boy's wicked smat.
He's wicked smart. Pack the fucking car. Whose car we taking? They're always talking about cars. Mike, who's your number 14? Oh, yeah, I gotta give you my 5.
Yeah.
The Los Angeles Kings. The Los Angeles Kings, Mike. Okay. My number 5. Negative cup.
I'm interested on your case in this one.
So first off, they're loser point merchants. Amongst playoff teams, they lead the field in loser points, and I refuse to respect teams that get to the playoffs off the back of overtime losses. Second, Drew Doughty's terrible, but like we like our old men on this team, right? Like we like Anze Kopitar, we like Drew Doughty, we like the old guard that was there for a long time that we got to enjoy, and it's a good city. They got good uniforms, except when they wear the tinfoil hats. But like, are we really gonna do this again? Where they're gonna sneak into the playoffs and then they're just gonna get absolutely blanked by Edmonton? Like, do we really need a 4th or 5th straight year of this? Like, no, I'm not rooting for that, man. Put some fresh blood in there. Like, fuck it, let Seattle in. Fuck it, let San Jose in. Just like, let a different team get blanked by Edmonton when Connor McDavid and recently healed Leon Draisaitl are on their like tear from being angry for 82 regular season games.
Yeah, the Kings are probably one of the most, after the season, once Kopitar retires and Drew Doughty has to retire at some point, they're one of the most interesting teams to be like, what shape are they going to be in and what are they going to do going forward? Because this whole season has felt like we got to duct tape together a playoff run team for Anze. I call him by his first name. We're tight like that.
They like traded for Artemi Panarin and they got him at like a discount, so like good on you, but what was the fucking point of it?
Yeah.
You know?
What does it do for the greater good, Adam?
We're just going to sit there and watch Panarin and Kempe play hockey for 2 years?
Right.
With
like you almost think
whoever the hell's that goalie next year for them? If you're going to have Panera, Fiala, Quentin Byfield, Alexei Lafreniere.
Panera?
What?
You said Panera.
Did I say Panarin instead of Panarin?
They're getting Panera catered every game? Damn.
And we're just supposed to sit there and be like, yeah, this is a normal team. This is a team we're going to watch play hockey.
They also, didn't they? They did. They extended Panarin too, right?
Yeah, like a 2-year deal or whatever.
Oh, okay. 2 years not bad.
No. I mean, like, it wasn't much.
It almost feels like
it was the Los Angeles Kings of contract extensions where you went, what is this? Right. What are we doing here? Are we all just waiting for the endless void to swallow us whole? Eat Panera.
It almost feels like almost feels like past this year you start shedding trimming some of the fat and then building around like, your Quentin Byfields and your young guys. But I guess they do have more talent than that. I shouldn't really whittle them down to that because they do have some good amount of talent there. But like after this year, they're still going to have like a bevy of moves to make if they want to be taken seriously. So
I'm prone to agree with that, Mike. I'm prone to agree with that. You want to give me your number 14, Mike?
Yeah, the Utah Mammoth.
I don't have them on my list.
Who the fuck do you think you are making the playoffs? All right, so the Knights entered the league in 2017. Yeah, they went to the Stanley Cup that first year, but they lost it. They didn't win a Stanley Cup until 2022-2023 season. All right? Know your role. Sit the fuck down. I know you weren't technically an expansion team.
Yeah, they
came from another. But still, that's not the point. You're technically a new franchise. Sit the fuck down, and you wait. 5-year minimum. You wait.
This is a terrible take. Is this just because you hate JJ Peterka? Is that why?
No. We've been doing fine. We won the Peterka deal.
It's because you wish ill on him?
I don't.
Come on, Logan Cooley, Mike. I don't even know if he's going to be playing in the playoffs, but Logan.
Nick Schmaltz.
Nick Schmaltz, 8x8. Dylan Gunther. Who doesn't love a team like this, Mike?
I don't hate them, but it's just not their time.
It's not going to be great to watch old man Clayton Keller and old man Nick Schmaltz playing 22 minutes a night while Logan Cooley's either on the bench with an injury or on the bench for most of the night. But,
hold on.
What?
27-year-old old man Clayton Keller?
Compared to Logan Cooley.
He's younger than you, motherfucker.
Everyone's younger than me. I'm nearly dead.
Me too.
Any day now. Just waiting it out. Like, I don't know. The team's not like, they also have great jerseys, and they brought the energy back. I think I had this team in my positive cup karma, didn't I?
You might have. I can't remember.
I might have. Yeah. No, I can't get behind this one. They have their goalies. Vejmelka. You're rooting against Vejmelka. You're saying, you know who I hope loses all their playoff games? Carl Vejmelka.
I do hope that.
This is an insult, Mike. This is an insult to the hockey gods.
It's not your time.
What was that? Your fourth?
Yeah.
My fourth. Mm-hmm. Is it okay? You know what? I probably should like to make this one my honorary fifth. We're into the hard part of this, because it has to be teams in the playoff picture. Got to go with the Detroit Red Wings. Listen, I know it's Hockey Town.
Oh, absolutely.
I know it's Hockey Town. It's the league's better when Detroit's good. They have great uniforms. Original Six, Bobby Orr, Gordie Howe, Mario Lemieux, Chris Letang, Anders Lee. I'm just naming hockey players. I'm not.
You're saying names that aren't accurate, but they were my two, by the way. Detroit.
That doesn't surprise me at all. But, Mike, if you want to hit him with the line here, there's one important thing to know about Detroit, and it's that they are...
Bitch made. They're my one, by the way. I apologize. Not my two, my one.
They're your one?
My number one. Fuck 'em.
Your one is Detroit.
Yeah, they're bitch made. They shouldn't even be...
my number one's the Sabres now. I'm making my number one the Sabres.
We did Team Town alone this past week was Columbus, which has been fun. I'm also pulling for him to go ahead, and I'm pulling for Columbus to pass Detroit. And then I'm actually would like to say I'm pulling for Boston to stay in the wild card and Detroit to not get in because they don't deserve to be in. It's a bitch-made hockey team. They're still a negative goal differential.
Yeah, they're still a negative goal differential. That's
still
a
negative goal differential.
That's really where I'm getting it for, is that I cannot possibly root for a hockey team to win in the playoffs with a negative goal differential. They're negative 16 in goal differential, in true goal differential, discounting shootouts.
They've only scored 200 goals all year. It's not even like a situation where it's like, oh, the offense is actually good, but the defense and goaltending are so bad. That's why the goal differential is negative. Like, no, they're like among like the bottom 5 teams in the East when it comes to goals for. Like, what do they do that's playoff worthy besides being the Red Wings? That's it. Their name is the Red Wings, so we think of them that they're a big franchise with a bunch of Stanley Cups. So obviously, no, like they do nothing impressive. I'm being really mean now. I apologize.
I'd like you to apologize to Mo Sider, who deserves to be in the playoffs.
Deserve shit.
Dylan Larkin won you a gold medal, motherfucker.
I do like Dylan Larkin. Can I help you? I'm cool.
It's so funny that you're Irish and you keep talking to your dog in Italian.
I hate you. We're not gonna have this argument again.
Your number 3 team, Mike, is the Boston Bruins.
No, they're my number 5.
They were number 5 team. They were my number 3 team. That's right. Mike,
yeah,
who's
my
your
number
3
4
team?
were the Utah Mammoth.
Yeah, who's your number 3 team?
The Seattle Kraken.
Yeah, I think that if we did 6, they'd be my 6th, just because expansion team. Kicking.
Such.
Go ahead. Sorry, I keep trying to cut you off.
Give me your thoughts. They're just such like an unsexy team. Like they're the team that other teams take to the bar so they look better.
Damn, get fucked. Remember when we were all like
fun.
Matty Beniers, Shane Wright.
Yeah, like they've had
Shane
some
Wright
like
has
solid
25
goaltending
points in 65 games.
Yeah, like they've had solid goaltending this year, but like your leading point getter is like Jordan Eberle. He's like 100. You're so unsexy.
Can't wait for him to be 27.
Shane Wright, even alive? Oh yes, he actually has played all season. That's good for him.
He's played all season, but the important thing to know is that he is like. If he hadn't played all season, no one would have noticed,
Right.
He has 25 points in 67 games.
Matty Beniers and his 44 points in 67 games, just further cementing my point that he shouldn't have won Rookie of the Year, but that's cute.
He was really good as a rookie. I'm not saying he should have won, but
he peaked.
He peaked as a rookie.
In high school.
He peaked as a rookie, Mike. Yeah. God, was it? It must have been them I was watching because I can't imagine that this guy's on a different team. But I was watching them the other day and Philip Grubauer was playing. I was like, Philip Grubauer's still in the league?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, what's the... I'm trying to find, like, my good comparison here. Hold on. No, because even they have, like... I don't know. They're like the... What are they? Like, they're like the Raptors of the NHL? Like, yeah, they're a playoff team, or they're just not sexy. Like, I don't want to watch a Raptors game. I don't really want to watch
I
a
would
Kraken
at least
game.
say the Raptors have Scotty Barnes. And, like, the Kraken don't have anyone that's Scotty Barnes.
I just had, like, PTSD from our worst contracts draft. How angry I got at Scotty Barnes' deal.
It's all right. During the Columbus segment, I have to compliment two guys who I tried to put on our worst contracts draft.
Okay, what about the Heat? Are they the Heat? The Heat?
Bam
I guess
Adebayo
they got
just scored
Bam.
83.
The most bitch-made 83 I've ever seen in my life. So I guess the Heat are more like the Red Wings.
Okay.
So they're so high on the bitch-made scale.
Mike, it's the only 83 you've seen in your life.
No?
Yes.
Well, that's true. That's true, yeah.
It's
That
the
just
second most
matters.
points
It's
in
the
NBA
most
history,
bitch-
and the first
It
most
is
points
so
happened before you were
bitch-made.
born. It's literally the only 83.
I would give it back if I was Bam Adebayo. I'd be like, on second thought, I want NHL or the NBA records to strike that game. It never happened because it's such a bitch-made 83 I just scored.
This
It's
is
an
big talk
embarrassment.
from Jalen. I'm going to get all my points at the free throw line, Brunson.
Dude, even in Brunson's like biggest flopping performance ever, he wouldn't get at the fucking net that many times. That's ridiculous.
Are you willing to sign your name to that fully?
Also, they did it against the Wizards. What's next? Are they going to be like, "Oh, I won a NASCAR race against a blind guy"? Like, what are we celebrating here? I beat the shit out of a bad team and put up 83 points. Congratulations.
On the season, by the way, Jalen Brunson is averaging 19 free throw attempts a game.
Okay, that's not like the 40-something that Bam had.
Jalen Brunson's averaging 5.9 free throw attempts a game. I was lying.
Okay, yeah, I was super lying. So.
No,
Anyway.
the Heat have more going on than Seattle. It would like because the thing is, you also keep mentioning teams that are like probably playoff teams. Like it's they're closer to Portland or Memphis.
Portland's a good choice. Yeah, they're a play-in team.
Yeah, like
that's
Seattle's
good choice.
marginally a playoff team, and also like anyone listening doesn't give a fuck about this because they came to listen to us talk about hockey and not compare it to basketball teams.
Yeah.
But like Seattle's marginally a playoff team and has nothing interesting going on, so you have to go with a team in the NBA that's either marginally or not a playoff team and has nothing interesting going on.
The Suns.
Devin
Seattle
Booker,
has
brother.
Berniers.
Devin Booker.
The Suns have Booker.
Booker's better than Beniers.
And that's it. At hockey,
And the Suns
it's
have
not.
identity, and the Suns have a better coach.
That's true. All right.
Jordan Knott, first year Jordan Knott.
Who was your 3? Your 3 was Boston. Sorry.
Boston was my 3. Yeah.
All right. So my 2 is the Edmonton Oilers.
That's my 2.
Fuck you, Edmonton. Fuck you.
Didn't you have
They're
them on
driving
your
around
5
town.
most deserving?
With the girl I love. And I said, forget you. This is the radio version. This team got like gifted. Like this just goes back over a decade. And it's always frustrated me about this team. 2010 first overall Taylor Hall. 2011 first overall Ryan Hopkins. 2012 first overall Nail Yakupov, who was a total miss and flamed out. 2013 7th overall Darnell Nurse. 2014 3rd overall Leon Draisaitl. 2015 the greatest player in the world today Connor McDavid at 1st overall. The next year you still got 4th overall and you fucked it up and took Jesse Puljujarvi, and then you finally started getting into the double digits after that.
Is
And
Puljujarvi
you've, like,
still in the NHL?
I think he is, yeah. I know he's not an Oiler anymore. But
Yeah.
like you kept like for years and years and years, you kept getting these top picks to the point where in back-to-back years, 14 and 15, you literally got 2 of the best 5 players in the world today, and you can't figure it out and put a team around them to win. I know there's some people like, oh, well, they made it to the finals the last 2 years. They deserve it to finally get there. Like, yeah, they didn't. They didn't. Why? Because last year they got to the playoffs. They got to the finals. That's great. And McDavid and Draisaitl could only drag the bag of bones behind them so far. All right. So I don't think mismanagement and like a failure to capitalize on your riches should be awarded with a Stanley Cup. What they should be awarded with is they should be awarded with McDavid not resigning and Leon saying, I want the fuck out. That's what they should be rewarded with.
Puljujärvi's not in the NHL.
Is he really not? I thought he was floating around somewhere.
No, he's playing in Switzerland.
Oh, Jesse. He's probably crushing it over there.
Yeah, it's the reason I have the number 2 is just institutional incompetence. And they've been to back-to-back Stanley Cup finals. So how incompetent can it be? But also, like, you have 2 Hart winners on the team. 2. No other team has 2 Hart winners. Like, maybe you could say that Cale Makar should have been a Hart winner at some point. He deserves, like, that could be considered 2 Hart winners. But, like, realistically, no team has 2 Hart winners on it. And you have 2 of them.
Yeah.
And they got to a Game 7 against Florida. And if they had won that Game 7, we'd all be out here being like, it took them a while to get there, but Edmonton pushed the rock up the hill eventually. But they didn't. And they've got enough shots at the plate at this time for me to go, fuck off. Give it to someone else. It's time. It's time for been there, done that. Like go trade Connor McDavid to Toronto, and let's all just go trade Connor McDavid to the Seattle Kraken, and let's all just move on.
That'd be fun.
And do something different. Trade him to the Los Angeles Kings, New York Rangers. Let him do the Gretzky thing.
Let's not do the Gretzky thing.
Let's do the.
It already was bullshit. They fixed the lottery that year to get McDavid to the Oilers, where Gretzky got drafted. Is disgusting.
He should have worn 98, right?
Nah, 97's a cooler number.
97's a cooler number, but like you should call your shot like Babe Ruth. You should be like, yeah, that's right. I'm one off Gretz. I'm one off the greatest.
It's a prime number.
Yeah. 98 is not a prime number.
I said 97's a prime number.
97 might be a prime number. I don't know.
97 is a prime number.
Are you sure that 7 doesn't go into it?
You didn't say the 6. I just realized that. Damn it.
If you turn the 9 upside down.
Yeah.
And your number 1 team is Boston Bruins, Mike?
Yep. So who's your number 1 team, man? No,
Vegas
my number
Golden
1 team was the Detroit Red Wings.
Vegas Golden Knights.
Ooh.
Look, so first off, they already have one. This core even already has one. They won it. Yeah. They won it with the central guys that are on this team. And as much as I do love me some Eichel, and I'm always rooting in his corner, the Vegas Golden Knights have gotten here by trading for everyone else's best player, and with trading away some good players and it not really affecting them. Mm-hmm. So it's good organizational management. I got nothing against them. I'm not angry at Vegas, but they definitely don't have like good cup karma right now,
They definitely messed up on their goaltending decision.
Yeah, big time.
By choosing Aiden Hill over Logan Thompson, yeah.
Big time. Also, they are loser point merchants.
And they signed Carter Hart.
and they signed Carter Hart. Great point. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, come on. Yeah. They got pretty bad cup karma going on right now. And also, like, Mitch Marner came in and hasn't been the same guy. Like, I don't know, man. It's not great. They're in the world capital of gambling addiction, and that's just ruining our whole generation.
That's true. You know what the funny part about it is? Like, yeah, obviously
terrible
they're in
helmets.
The playoffs, and they're going to make the playoffs, most likely. They're safe by 5 points, but it's not like they didn't. They continued to Vegas. Like, they still Las Vegas Knighted this season. Like, going out and saying, screw the future, like, we're just going to get the best player available at a position we need. They went out and got Rasmus Anderson to pair with Nohafen. Like, they still kept making Las Vegas Golden Knight moves, but it just hasn't worked out this year.
Yeah, and there's a chance it does. Like, you could
in the future
easily see they hit the playoffs. It's goaltending, so it just suddenly gets hot, and then they're blanking people 7-2 for an entire cup.
Unless they play the Sabres in the Cup final, because Sabres already beat them both times they played this year. So
a lot of teams beat them both times they played this year. They have like 14 overtime losses.
Fair point. I knocked something over. I was putting it back.
You didn't even turn on your sex robot that time.
I didn't. It was because it was like in a panic because it was falling over. I had to catch it.
Your sex robot was?
I knocked over a pile of symbols.
Like a box of them.
That's like a pile of them.
Are you joking?
No, I'm being dead serious. It's a pile of cymbals for my drum set.
Like Zildjian cymbals.
Yeah, I think I might have one Sabian in there, but mostly Zildjian, yeah.
That'd be an incredible audio product if you knocked over a bunch of cymbals. That's like a cartoon.
I was trying to stop that from happening. That's why I had to get deep under my desk.
This is great podcast lore, is that every time we do a podcast, underneath his desk, Mike has a pile of cymbals. It's like you're playing Russian roulette every podcast.
No, it's not under my desk. It's behind my desk. And I had my feet props on a floor tom.
Okay.
Do you want to stop this conversation now?
No, I really don't. I want to learn more. Here's what I really want to know, Mike. During podcasts, are you a shoe guy or a sock guy?
Sock guy. I feel weird if I have bare feet during a podcast. I feel extremely uncomfortable.
Yeah, I feel like I do podcasts better when I'm wearing shoes. So I wear shoes during the podcast.
I gotta have something on the feet.
Yeah. And apparently not just cymbals and floor toms.
Yeah.
Like they were basically living through Whiplash.
Yeah.
All right, Mike. Those are our negative Cup Karma teams. Pair those with our positive Cup Karma, and if you see any matchups where a team from a positive Cup Karma team is playing against a team with a negative Cup Karma team, you know what to do, Universe. Or Radko Gudas. You know what to do, Radko Gudas.
Slam your knees into things.
Sweep the leg. Mike, for the last 7 days, I think. We recorded on time last week, right?
Days. Yep, we did.
Yeah. For the last 7 days, we were fans of the Columbus Blue Jackets. The Columbus Blue Jackets, Mike, of Columbus. During which time they went 2-1. They had an overtime loss to Florida, as all of their games go to overtime for some reason. A shootout win versus Philly, and a regulation win against Kakalaki. Give me like a one-sentence review of the Columbus Blue Jackets.
I think they're a wagon right now.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I think they're a wagon. I mean, 6-0-4 in their last 10. They're getting points every game, and like, yeah, sure, that doesn't help their row, their regulation and overtime win, or their regulation wins come tiebreaker time. But they're getting points, and they're hot right now. I think they're a wagon.
Yeah, and the 2 wins they had during our last week watching them, Jet Greaves played both games, had a crazy good series of shootouts. He ended up going 960 total in the last 2 games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Greaves played well.
Yeah, great shootout defense against Philly, which had one of the funniest shootout sequences I've ever seen, where Zegras had the shootout for Philly, and he goes down the ice, and he's just waiting for Greaves to bite on a move, and Greaves just doesn't bite, and then eventually Zegras just kind of lets go of the puck and skates away.
I thought you were going to say he tried to Michigan. Like he skated around the back of the net, and the ref was like, no, what the fuck are you doing?
The ref grabbed him by the collar and broke his nose.
You're gonna try that hot shot bullshit out here, bud. You're going to get a stick in your teeth. Yeah, watching the Blue Jackets and looking deeper into things, I think the biggest thing that stands out to me and is what has helped them get hot is something that I like obnoxiously talk about when it comes to good teams is
Dragon Ball Z.
Their what?
Go ahead.
Is their center spine?
Yeah, I have that written down. Like quietly, a very good center spine, and no one talks about it.
Yeah, Fantilli. So since they came back from the Olympics, 9 games, Fantilli has 10 points in that stretch. Coyle has 12. Monahan has 7. I think it's what?
Boone, Jenner on the fourth line.
Yeah, Monahan, Jenner, and Coyle are all winning above 50% of their faceoffs. Like they're just getting such strong play down the middle, and that is huge for any team that wants to make the playoffs. Yeah,
and especially Charlie Coyle, a little bit older. Boone, Jenner, obviously older, but Fantilli and Monahan on the top 2 lines has been like a revelation. And I don't know how much like I totally believe in Adam Fantilli as like a top 8 center right now. Dude, it's hard to bring you that top 8.
It is top 8, but I believe in Fantilli as like a top half of the league 1C.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, and I think that if you have a solid team around him, that's the kind of guy that you can win a cup with. Maybe not. Maybe he needs to be a little bit more elite than that. But
sorry, I'm laughing because 16 teams make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. And so if they make the playoffs, you would
so
assume.
to say he's a top half of the League 1C probably isn't like a super hot take. But
would you put him over Matthews right now? Matthews ain't making the playoffs.
Dude, Matthews is I right here. Matthews is gonna have 0 points the rest of the regular season. I call it right now.
Hot takes on the Talent Alone podcast.
Yeah.
But like it's kind of the Sabres post trade line thing with Sam Carrick, where you're just like, please point to the weakness on the center spine now.
Mm-hmm.
Like Boone Jenner, no. Charlie Coyle might be the best 3C in the league right now. Sean Moynihan and Adam Fantilli, like, please point to the weakness. Even when the top line wasn't cooking, and the top line didn't really cook, like until the Carolina game, when even then they were kind of power play merchanting the fuck out of Bussy. You see the one goal where Bussy gets out of position and the puck just kind of like drifts back in and he's like swatting at it with the stick. It's like, that's a bad look, man. It's a bad look for the Carolina Hurricanes. They kind of hurricaned the Hurricanes. They're like, all right, well, we're just going to get past the blue line and get pucks in. You're just going to slap pucks in the net and hope that something works. And it did. They won 5-1.
It worked.
Before
and
that,
also, I do believe
they had scored, one goal in regulation? 2 goals in regulation in the 3 games we watched them?
And the 3 games we watched them, they had at least a couple. Yeah, I think they had 2 goals in regulation.
They had 2 regulation goals.
Both of them went to overtime.
Yeah, they had 2 regulation goals and then a shootout win, an overtime win. Or sorry, an overtime loss, and then they had the 5 goals against Carolina. So it was nice to actually see them cooking. But also, the team's fucking defense, man.
So I was going to say that is like Greaves has been playing better, but I think a big part of that is like I'm really a fan of their defensive unit. Werenski, Severson, Provorov, Matichuk, and then Fabro and Goodbranson on the third pair. Severson in particular, I remember when his contract was coming up in New Jersey, I was like, oh, there's a guy I'd love Buffalo. I'd love Buffalo to go grab him. Obviously that didn't happen, but they have a really strong, like, few defensive pairings.
Obviously with Werenski, who's potentially going to win the Norris. Yeah. And is already, gold medal winner. What don't you like about this team? What don't you like about them?
I mean, from like from a scoring standpoint on the wing, there's definitely holes. Like Marashenko, Ken Johnson, Marchman have been terrible. I talked up Connor Garland post trade deadline because he had like 4 goals in his first 3 games with the team, and he hasn't scored a single goal since then. So my bad, guys. Kind of jinxing on that one.
Why'd you curse him, Mike?
I curse him, and then when you go down there, especially when you get down to the bottom 6, the wingers and the kind of offense you can get out of them is not great. So I think a lot of, if they're going to get into the playoffs and make a run alive, it's going to come down the middle from what their centers can set up for other guys. I mean, I can't see a world where all of a sudden they start getting big numbers out of like Olivier and Cole Sillinger in the bunch. It just doesn't seem.
I will say, like, Olivier's looked pretty good in the last at least 3 games.
True.
Their bottom 6 was the only thing driving offense until the Carolina game.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I don't like Rick Bowness randomly benching Mason Marchment because he doesn't like how he doesn't play defense good.
Yeah.
Which is like the most hockey coach ass thing you can do is go.
Didn't they pay out the ass for him too?
Yeah. They're like, this guy's not back checking. Yeah, he's scoring a point a game for the last 20 games or whatever. But he didn't back check. You know what? You're playing 6 minutes tonight, Mason.
You didn't pay him to back check, bud.
Yeah. That is the disconnect in terms of coaching in the NHL is like the front office is like, well, we paid this guy to come in and be an offensive piece. And coaching's like, if he isn't back there trying to board the best player on the other team every single goddamn shift, I don't care if he's scoring 6 goals a game, we're benching him.
Yeah. There's a world where I see Columbus losing a very tough first round 7-game series.
Is there a world where you see them winning a first game series? That's kind of my question.
Not with the way, like, Greaves has been playing better. I still don't trust him a whole lot come playoffs. Same thing with Elvis. So like I with their blue line and the way their goaltenders can step up, I could see them like losing a 7-game series where they lose all 4 games by 1 point, with like 2 of them being overtime games, and it's just like a heartbreaker.
Yeah, so their potential first-round matchup, if they can pass Detroit, would be Carolina right now, who they obviously just beat 1-5. Carolina won their first meet earlier in the year, but that was like a Columbus Blue Jackets team who hadn't. Mike, what is the single best move that you can do in professional hockey to improve your team's winning percentage?
You can't win a game 1-5, Adam. 5-1. But winning score Columbus always goes first.
Columbus won 1-5 yesterday. What are you talking about?
5-1. Anyway, what's the best move you can do in hockey?
What's the single best move you can do to improve your team wins in hockey?
Let in less goals.
Fire Dean Evason. So, before they had done that, it's the last time they played Carolina. This is the first game they had against Carolina since firing Dean Evason and bringing in Rick Bowness. The team's been super hot since bringing in Rick Bowness. Probably the best defensive team in the league since bringing in Rick Bowness, which is why you knew he was right when he said, Mason Marchment, I don't care if you have 6 goals tonight. Hit the lockers.
Yeah. Provorov's been really fucking good.
I know. I got to apologize to Boone Jenner and Ivan Provorov for me being like, these guys suck. Why would you pay them a single penny? And
that's right.
Awesome.
You were all about Provorov in the worst contracts draft, weren't you?
I was all about Provorov in the worst contracts draft, and I think that he's just been perhaps the best defensive piece on this team. Like, I mean, maybe you would say Werenski as like a two-way player, like because if you add in the offense, but like if you're just saying defense, it's like, all right, Provorov, Boone Jenner as a back checker, Damon Severson, I almost said Provorov's name again. Have probably been the best defensive pieces. And Jet Greaves, if you count goalies as defense.
Yeah, Provorov, Severson, and Werenski all have over 20 takeaways this year, which is good for people who are wondering.
How many giveaways do they have, though?
That's a dead giveaway. I scrolled past it. Werenski has 96. Provorov has 97, and Severson has 79. Is Damon Severson actually the Norris caliber defenseman on the Blue Jackets?
By
question we should really be
turnover percentage, yes. Yes, he is.
Yes. By that, yes.
It's also like the team plays way faster than I was expecting from not having watched a ton of Columbus. Mm-hmm. Like in my head, they were kind of like a plodding defensive grind team, but they get up and down. Them and Utah both, and they both have similar jersey constructions too.
Yeah, which is like because when you do look at some of the pieces they have offensively, and especially when you look down at like, a couple of their defensemen, like Zach Werenski, they got the guys to pick up the pace.
Yeah, and so if you do want to believe in this team for whatever kind of run they can pull in the playoffs, I would say Werenski and a super hot Jet Greaves are the best case. But like we said, like Fantilli, Monahan, Coyle, Mason Marchment, Olivier, like they have guys speckled all throughout the roster that you could be like, wait, what do you mean that guy had 6 points in 3 games in the first round of the playoffs?
Yeah, and it makes sense now because at one point leading up to the trade deadline, there was some like Boone Jenner rumblings.
There were some Charlie Coyle rumblings too.
Yeah, and I think at this point Columbus is probably glad that they didn't make that move. I mean, it was probably like, hey, let's put the names out there, and if we get a really good offer, we'll do it. But if not, we'll stand pat. I think it's worked out. I think they can make the playoffs. I mean, they're like a point out right now, I think, or what is it? Are they tied with a tiebreaker affecting it?
I think they're tied, but they're
1 point.
Detroit
out.
has game in hand, right? Yeah.
Detroit, no, Columbus has a game in hand, and they're 1 point out.
Who has the higher point percentage?
I don't know. The thing I have up doesn't say.
Well, fine.
Well, fuck. Yeah.
Mike, in honor of last week, where I was exploding all over our viewership about Darren Radish. You kick a symbol over? Was that a symbol? How about we close out our Columbus segment here by handing out the Darren Radish Memorial. How about this guy? Award for a dude that we like that probably isn't getting enough national media attention.
That's a tough one.
Is it? I think it's a pretty easy one for this team. There's a lot of dudes you can hand it out to.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody talks about Charlie Coyle. Am I wrong?
That's who I have. Yeah. In the month of
Charlie
March,
Coyle's been really good.
6-0-3, 12 points in 9 games.
Yeah.
He has 2 game-winning goals.
I think people forget he got pretty big minutes his last couple of years there on Boston.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's doing that here too. 52.9% percent face-off wins, and now he's at 19.53, 19 minutes and 53 seconds a game. So yeah, let's our Darren Rash Memorial Here's a Guy Award. Our Darren Rash Memorial Chris Collinsworth Memorial Here's a Guy Award.
Yeah, there you
this
go.
week. This week goes to Charlie Coyle.
Charlie Coyle.
Mike, if that was team talent alone for the last week, who is team talent alone for the next week? Which will run from today, the 18th, through Tuesday, the 24th.
Yeah. So I have a couple, like, not specific teams, but, like, groups of teams I was going to throw out, and then we can kind of see if we overlap somewhere.
Okay.
Make sense? So heading out west.
No, but yeah.
I was looking at two, like, kind of brackets, right? So I'm looking at the West wild card bubble race. So that would be like for the second wild card spot, you have Seattle at 71 points, the Kings at 71, Sharks at 70, and the Predators at 69. Because we don't have many more weeks left to do team talent alone. So I feel like we should focus on the teams fighting for playoff spots. My other idea was the race to win the Pacific, which currently Anaheim leads at 77 with a minus 77 points with a minus 10 goal differential. I guess they're the Red Wings of the West. The Oilers also at 77, and then the Knights at 76. So those are kind of like the two chunks of teams I was looking at. Who were you thinking?
So we don't overlap at all. Similar ideas, but we don't overlap at all.
Oh, fun.
So I have first written down the Stars, who are 3 points back from the Avs, and have closed the gap and are the hottest team in the NHL right now. Brackets, non-Sabres division.
Okay, there you
go. The other one would be the East wild card race, with the Sens, Bruins, Islanders, and Penguins all vying for one wild card spot, basically. We still haven't covered the Mammoth, who we talk about every time we go through this. Should we just go through all the teams we just talked about there and figure out who has the most fun schedule?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, I'm gonna start here with the East wildcard race. Let's check who do you most like? If we had to pick one team from that group, Sens, Bruins, Islanders, Penguins, who would you most want to watch for the next week?
I mean, I'd like to watch the Sens, but realistically speaking, I know it's only 4 points, but with the way the season has gone, I don't know if they can make up that ground.
Okay,
they do have a game in hand, 2 games in hand on the Red Wings and Bruins, so it's possible. I guess I could get into watching the late season push from the Sens. So I'd say the Sens, yeah.
Let's see what their schedule is for the next week. So today we get a back-to-back. Oh my God! And we get 5 games with the Sens. Jesus Christ! They're playing the Capitals.
Good choice.
Playing the Capitals today. They play the Islanders, another team I mentioned, tomorrow. They play the Maple Leafs on Saturday. Hopefully they'll take out someone else in a knee-to-knee collision. On Monday they play the Rangers, and on Tuesday they play the bitch-made Red Wings.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm leaning heavy on the Sens now. Now we kind of broke that down.
Islanders have the Senators, Canadiens, Blue Jackets, and Blackhawks.
Ooh.
Penguins
the
are
Blue Jackets and the Sens. They could
do
severe damage to 2 teams that are pushing to try to get inside
by going knee to knee. Penguins, who are getting Crosby back and already got Malkin back, have Hurricanes, Winnipeg, Hurricanes, Avs over the next 4 games.
Okay.
And the Bruins, who we have the negative cup karma team, they have the Jets tomorrow, the Red Wings on Saturday, and the Maple Leafs on Tuesday. So that would be the East playoff race, would be those 4 teams. So I think that the top one there is the Sens. Is there anyone else you want to throw into the hat potentially for us to watch? Do you want to check in on the record of anyone from the Pacific?
Yeah, I mean, we could watch the Senators, and I could be like extremely angry because like this team has a plus 20 goal differential. They have like so many good players, and their goaltending has been dog shit. Their defense is shallow, and they should be a playoff team.
Goal differential Regan, we call them.
Yeah, that's what we call me. On the
Streets.
streets. I mean, this team does have so much talent up top,
and we get to watch at least one of the other teams that we wanted to that were potentially on the list there, in the Islanders, who are also currently sitting in the playoffs.
Medalists. They got gold medalists on that team.
Just one. Oh yeah, dude, Jacob Sanderson. I forgot about Jacob Sanderson.
Yeah. How dare you forget about Jacob Sanderson?
Every game we talked about how no one's talking about Jacob Sanderson, and then I'm the one not talking about Jacob Sanderson.
Yeah. You're the problem.
All right, Mike. We'll go with the Senators tonight. Like we said, they have a game against the Washington Capitals starting here in about an hour and a half. In fact, let's take a look at who's going to be in net for them. That's right, Linus the Penis, Mike. Ullmark in net, giving them according to Money Puck, 52.6% chance to win. Mike, give me like one oddly specific Ottawa prediction on the way out the door here.
For the next week while we're watching them?
Yeah, not like what's going to happen in the city of Ottawa in the year 3021.
I didn't know what you meant. I get so nasty.
It was a ridiculous question.
Let's see. So, Caps, Islanders, Toronto, New York, Detroit. They're going to average 3.5 goals a game.
I'm going to say they're going to average one Dylan Cousins fight per game.
Jesus, he's going to fight all those games?
He's going to fight in all those games, Mike. Maybe two in a game and one in another.
That's true. That could make up, yeah.
Although I think that most of the time when you fight, you get a game misconduct and they boot your ass. But in a more realistic prediction, Nick Cousins will outscore Dylan Cousins for the next week.
Ooh. Well, yeah, I get to watch fucking the workhorse from Whitehorse once again.
By the way, on the season, Dylan Cousins has 50 points, and Nick Cousins has 20.
It's a bit of a hot take. But Cousins spells his name like the actual word cousin.
Yeah.
He's got that going for him.
Like the thing George Michael wants to kiss. George Michael Bluth, not you got to have faith.
Okay, gotcha.
Mike, that's all I got. Any last second stuff we need to talk about here?
Not that I know of.
Not that Mike knows of. All right, Mike, you got any plugs on the way out the door then?
Yeah, follow me. Like this podcast. Rate it. Like the video. Do it. Trying to make the viewers at home flinch. If you did, now you have to marry your mother-in-law.
kick your Zildjian symbols over. That'll make them flinch. Oh, hey, we didn't talk about this, but they did announce that there's going to be 8 teams at the 2028 World Cup, but they won't tell us what the 8 teams are.
Huh. I feel like it's safe to say America and Canada are going to be
U.S., there. Canada, Finland, Switzerland,
Sweden.
Sweden.
Czech.
Slovenian.
Slovakia.
Mm-hmm. There's a certain country that's missing right here.
Yeah, there's one that you feel like would be obvious, but I don't really know what they're...
Oh, trust me. I know what this country is. I just want to see if you'll say it.
I don't... Are they letting Russia back in?
That's what I'm saying. Is it going to be Russia, Mike? Is it time to let the Russians back?
That's my only question.
Here's the thing. Gary Bettman said, "Time will tell if Russia plays in World Cup."
I was like waiting to see. Is this like when you say World Cup? You mean like the next 4 nations?
No, they're calling it the Hockey World Cup. It's 2028.
Right.
It's taking place in Calgary, Edmonton, and Prague.
It's an NHL thing. It's taking place of the 4 nations.
It's not. It's not a IIHF thing.
Right. It's an NHL thing.
It's an NHL thing. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. I know, Mike.
Well, I mean, if it's an NHL thing, it's more likely that they'll say, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So it'd be Kirill Kaprizov, a 43-year-old. I might be knowing this time. He might be 44 years old. Alex Ovechkin, Igor Shesterkin, Artemi Panarin,
80-year-old Evgeny Malkin.
80-year-old Evgeny Malkin. Who are we missing?
You know what's gonna be great?
What?
When Russia is in like the game for the gold to win the whole thing, and then it's tied. Someone's on a breakaway, and then all of a sudden the glass shatters, and they're like, "By God, that's Ukraine's music!"
And Mike, I will leave you with this as we exit this conversation. Just like we talked about last week, no one mentioned him when we just listed players, including 80-year-old Evgeny Malkin. We did not say Nikita Kucherov.
Oh, shit. Story of his life, man. Story of his life.
Do you think John Cooper calls out the starting lineup sometimes and doesn't mention Kucherov, and everyone's just sitting there waiting? It's like, fucking forgot about you again, Cooch. Sorry.
He's like, I'm missing someone on the starting lineup. Who is this?
Radish, Hedman. Who the fuck am I forgetting? All right, Mike. We'll be back next week to talk sins and bins.
You going somewhere high altitude or something? Or low altitude,
that would be
or
the
what?
bins. The bins.
Oh, okay.
We're wrapping up the season here soon, so we'll definitely be gearing up for some playoff talk. Hopefully, by the time we come back next week, no more major players will have been injured. We are streaming tomorrow or today, depending on what time you listen to this podcast. We are streaming on the 19th. Playing more Silent Hill F on our other channel at Talent Alone Stream. Hopefully wrapping that up very soon because we want to just make Thursdays our date everything day. If you like what we're doing here, you can check out our work on Talent Alone. If you're listening to the audio version of this, you can check out our video version at Talent Alone Podcast on YouTube. If you are listening to the audio version, please follow us on Spotify, even if you don't use Spotify. I am tired of Spotify yelling at me about how we don't have enough listeners. They're like, hey, you got a lot of listeners, but no one follows your show.
That was some severe please clap energy right there.
Please clap.
Please clap.
People have often said I'm the Jed Bush of podcasting.
Yes.
I called him Jed. I got his name wrong, which is very on brand. If you are listening to the video version of this, thank you for watching that. A lot of work goes into these podcasts from both Mike and I. So we appreciate you showing up and doing that. Drop a like, drop a comment, telling us which players on the Tampa Bay Lightning do you think of before you remember Nikita Kucherov. And you can email us at townalonepodcast@gmail.com. You email us there and let us know which players you think of from Russia before Nikita Kucherov. That way we have a good split between the two. Mm-hmm. And Mike, since we don't do shout-outs on this, would you care to guess who the all-time leading goal leader is for Russian international hockey?
For international hockey?
For international hockey.
Oh, boy. Is it? Can you give me a hint and tell me, is it an active player in the NHL?
No.
Okay. It's Fedorov.
It is indeed Fedorov.
Fuck yeah! Are you serious? I nailed it?
No, I googled Russian international hockey all-time leading goal scorer, and it replied with a goalie.
Yeah.
So let me try this. Okay, here we go. Nope, that's Russian NHL player stats. Hold on. Yeah, it's just giving me Russian-born hockey players. Hey, Mike, you want to guess who has the highest goals for a Russian-born hockey player?
By God, as I gotta say, it's probably Alexander Ovechkin.
It is Alexander Ovechkin with 911 goals.
911 goals? Why is that?
Alex Ovechkin can't melt steel beams.
He can't.
With that, Mike, let's get out of here.